So I think I need to mulligan everything. Hand of Adal was promising, but not without a 1-drop. I would have to have a 1-drop to go with that. So... Yep, that's 2, alright. And I don't have an answer. Oh dear. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Do they have another 1-drop? No. Well, that's at least something. That means that I could coin the goodie. Or I can simply play the air raid. Air raid into coin consecration. Maybe that works. Maybe I need to give that a try. Let's see how it goes. So, Warlock can't play a 4-mana card yet, so they can't have the Rush minion kill this. Which means that in order to protect the Dark Lair, they have to have a buff card. They will be able to get to the... They will be able to get to those Flesh Giants eventually, though. Do they have a buff? Well, they kind of did and they kind of didn't. In a position like this, I actually believe I'm just going to play the goodie now. Instead of playing the consecration. Because this means that I can coin the Truth Seeker with double Librams. And that in turn hopefully helps a little. We'll see. Now they could have the Rush minion, so they could pop the Divine Shield and then rush onto my minion. Or they might not. Just getting the Flesh Giant on the board. That's a pretty early flesh. I mean, that's like a Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant timing Flesh Giant. Fine. Need to be throwing some books around here, I believe. That won't be enough to actually kill the giant. But it might make it susceptible to consecration. Now it of course depends. Warlock could have the Rush minion. Warlock could have buffs. Lots of things can happen. So I could really use a Libram of Justice top deck. Because then the second Truth Seeker could buy a bit of time. We'll see. If they play the 5-5, well the 5-5 does die at least. So then only Giant connects, even if they buff, even if they Wicked Whispers. Hi Nissa, and hi Barrett. But oh boy. Well, this is a pure rally control Paladin. It's very, very different from what you usually see. That was a lot of buffs. That was a lot of buffs. Salhet's Pride is not helping. There needs to be the Truth Seeker, right? I think it has to be another Truth Seeker here. And there's still a chance that I end up dying. Thanks, Big Squeaks. We'll play Warrior today. Maybe, I haven't decided yet. I prepared like 4 decks for today. Possibly up to 4 decks, depending on how things go with each of them. I mean, these are obviously, like, you would never actually play this deck. You would play a Broom Paladin, of course, if you wanted to maximize your Paladin performance. But I was still hopeful that this might be able to do something. That's exactly lethal. Ouch. That was a turn 6 lethal. Yeah, that was pretty tough. Let's see how this one's going to go. Rogue kept everything. That's a little worrying, of course. Okay, getting the Overgrowth seems nice. think I want to 3-2 Eagle. I really need some tempo against Rogue. Rogue having backstab in hand with full keep against Druid is super unlikely. They would never keep backstab against Druid. So either the minion will soak some damage or the minion will actually even get to trade. And summon another Eagle. Next turn is probably going to be Overgrowth.
Give me a quest.
That's definitely a surprise. So this is actually a well-kick Rogue. Do they have enough to kill my Eagles? They may. It seems that they do, in fact. And then I will die to that questing adventure. Well, it was a fun game.
Give me that. Not what I want.
Well, that was fun as long as it lasted. So if I deal 6 to the questing, that doesn't do much. I could do that and Overgrowth, and then next turn I can play Runic Carvings, right? Which hopefully is enough to kill the questing. That has to be the thing. Alright, so this one. Lunar Eclipse a little bit on that one. And then play the free Overgrowth. So that I will have those 4 Rush Treants next turn. And 4 Rush Treants might be enough to kill this questing adventure, depending on how much exactly the Rogue is able to play cards here. I'm able to play quite a few cards. Well, I can kill the questing, but it might not be enough. Is there any other spell that would be better? Well, that's definitely a good one. This will cost 4 after I play this, yeah. I can play that over there. I can play this with the Overload. It allows me to kill off the questing. And kill off that one. Do I kill off the Miscreant? Or the Ethereal Lackey and the Blunderer? What if there's a Witchy Lackey in hand? If there was a Witchy Lackey in hand, it would have been played on the Miscreant already. I believe I'm killing the Miscreant here. So next turn I will have 6 mana. My minions, of course, will be killed. No question about that. Unfortunate that the Rogue was able to find us another questing adventure, because I don't think I can handle this questing adventure anymore. I mean, I did what I could. I think I did some phenomenal plays there, but as is often the case in Hearthstone, you are not really rewarded for doing good plays. You're mostly rewarded for drawing good. I could top deck another Runic Carvings. If the Rogue doesn't find a 0-cost spell, then that would be able to kill the questing. But an Innervate doesn't do anything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's guaranteed lethal.
Victory is yours.
And not the aggro Rogue. Obviously they can have Secret Passage, and that can generate more stuff, but it shouldn't be too much to handle. I'm not super happy about Wand Thief staying alive. We'll see. That one is a big buff to Gen Ds. So now they will have 3 random primes. Unless I top deck the Ironbeak Owl. Oh dear. Why is Silas in your deck? Steal stuff. Rattlegores, for example. I would steal this Envoy if I could. Now I have to choose, and there's too much damage, I can't just leave all of this up here. This is probably the illusion because they want this to die. No, not the Kagat. Oh, that was terrible. I have to do it like this then. That was truly awful, because I wanted to corrupt this so that I can draw a 6/5 Kagat. Oof. Now I can no longer steal that with Silas. I actually still can. Unless they populate both sides very heavily. Well, that was awkward. And quite unexpected too, because Coldblood of course isn't a card that is included in that deck. That makes the Deathwing clear pretty weak. I haven't found Silas, I haven't found Ironbeak Owl. So, and I will have to now kill this because it's too much damage coming in. I'll have to kill it. 3 primes for the rogue means that suddenly a game that was already won may end up being lost. I think I need to kill that one there. Clean up a little bit of space for potential Deathwing clears. I'm really sad about the Jandy's buff. The Jandy's buff really seems tough. Well, I have the Kagat, so I have 10 armor coming from that. Here comes the Silas, a little too late. Sad times. I mean, those primes are, some of those primes are pretty good. I think I'll spend the Deathwing to kill these. Also spend a coin to armor up a little bit. This puts an actual threat on the board. But I mean, this is a Whirlkick Rogue, and I haven't even seen the Whirlkick Master yet. Not to even mention the triple primes that are now in the deck. That were randomly generated.
Servants of the Black Harvest!
Well, that was quite inconvenient. So this randomly generated envoy generated itself again. In this kind of position I obviously have to give my opponent Silas.
The Darkmoon Faire! Adventure and excitement awaits!
They have 11, they have 12 damage there.
Job's done.
So I could die to a double eviscerate now. Double eviscerate would be total of 18 damage.
Strike like the wind.
That could happen.
Give me that.
Obviously I was quite unhappy to see the opponent generate Rustwicks randomly and then generate Rustwicks randomly again. And generate a headcrack randomly so that they can have some actual damage. Well, it turns out that they actually had lethal there.
My dream is your
Oh, a bonus Viscera. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a lot of Visceras then. It's going to be a lot of Viseras, because there's also main deck Visera, of course, so 14 portals in this game. That's tough. They could overflow, but their hand is so full they can't really overflow. Right? Now they actually can. Well, I didn't think they would be able to clean up the hand enough to actually overflow. They also have a random generated Waxadred. So they got a random generated Ysera, and that random generated Waxadred to ensure that they don't run out of value. I'm obviously slightly saddened by this turn of events.
Time waits for no one.
Slightly saddened. So we're basically just hoping that the Druid draws a lot of portals and not a lot of real cards. So that I would be able to brawl away as much as possible. But now the Druid got a free spell and two new random spells. And a random dragon. Please draw all the portals now.
I'm almost out of cards.
They did draw all the portals, but they now get 2 more random spells. So Brawl is needed next turn, of course. I just need to hope that all these random resources that the Druid is now getting won't be too good for them. They might still have a couple of arbor ups there, so I might die in the near future, even if I clean up this board. But I have to brawl this board. There's still 3 duplicates in my deck, so even if I draw Zephyrus I will not be able to use it. That one surviving is very unfortunate. Because now this means that the Druid is getting even more random resources. Oh, their first random dragon was actually 3 minions. That's pretty sweet, I would say, for the Druid. Yeah, this is looking quite good for the Druid. Lots of random generation, and the random generation is really paying off. Well, I'm able to kill this one now. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot I'm able to do here right now. Druid could have those arbor ups in the deck. There could be those 3 ghost dragons as well. Oh, so their random card was 4 more minions. Well, it doesn't look likely that I can survive this. It's one welcome Doomsayer, but I think I'm still dead. 13, 15. There's 20 damage on the board. The Druid deck includes only 1 Savage Roar. Oh, but now they generated this dragon randomly, and that generated them another 3 random spells. Oh, and they also had a random Savage Roar. Okay. Well, I can see how that can happen.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.